Cutting and salvage of a large persimmon tree. William Hovey Smith, 2021. This is Hovey Smith, the Backyard Sportsman. And today we're in the midst of tackling a persimmon tree with two chainsaws. This persimmon tree fell during deer season about 3 months ago. And my friends are coming tomorrow to pick it up. And this is going to go to the Atlanta wood turning people. And they're going to make things like pins, Native American flutes, and bowls and other turnings from this wood. I have spent the morning cutting up with two different saws. This is a Stilth, and then the nearer one to the camera is an Echo. The Echo is a larger saw with a bigger blade. I live in the country and I have huge trees. When these things fall, yeah, they have big limbs, and I need a big saw to cut it. This branch I'm sitting on behind me is actually not a tree, but just a branch. And it's this big around back at the base, and then thins to say about yay that I'm sitting on some 12 feet away or more. Actually, probably more like 16. And so I've been cutting it up into pieces that we can more aptly handle with the machinery I have, which includes a tripod and my truck winch. So when my friends come tomorrow, we can hopefully load them up with some of this material. This pan will give you some better idea of the scope of the work. Not only do we have the large single limb that I was sitting on, we also have a smaller one, which I've already cut. And then it goes back to the larger sections of the limbs, to the trunk of the tree, which is still standing, and to a large entanglement of vines and briars, which wrap the whole tree up. And I've been fighting those too. Those had to be cut away, well, months ago before we even started so we could see the wood. We have our first bite of that constraining vineish junk pulling out. I'm going to put a little more attention on it and then get in with the chainsaw and cut some of that viney material out. We did manage to move everything over just a few feet, so now we'll see if we can cut it down. That viney stuff is strong. It's just as strong as it were held by a good rope. Okay, we now have that down. But now that I have the chainsaw running, I'm not about to shut it off while it's still cutting to do. We've now pulled that broken but hanging branch out of the tree. So we're just going to cut the larger portions of that up for firewood and charcoal making. And now we're getting our trunk more and more exposed. And we'll see if there's anything in that trunk that we can salvage. I'm not sure there is. It's so split, at least on the larger sections of that limb, that you can't turn a bowl with it, and you could only work small objects, but we'll see. I'm an outdoor author, as well as of a couple of business books. My most recent business book is Make Your Own Job, Anytime, Anywhere, at any age. And what this book advocates is that a person always have some side hustles going on, so that consequently, should they be suddenly laid off, they have something already under development or actually making real money that they can fall back on in times of stress. And these can change depending on your age, on whether you're working or not, or if you just want something to do that's useful in older age. Since I presently own only a single truck, I had to temporarily offload my turkey hunting gear there, it being toward the middle of Georgia's turkey season. I ain't got one yet. As well as that little jack and an axe. Now that jack and axe will probably come in very useful at some later stage. The end result, we do have our material moved from the road. So the persimmon is rapidly going to be heading its way up to Atlanta to be turned into bowls and flutes and pens and other artistic works. You can see the red coals in the middle of the fire. Things are starting to perk up nicely. I put the fence on so we can start truing up the edges a bit and attempt to cut straight. To give me a more uniform sanding surface, I went ahead and put this on the flatbed sander for a few minutes. And this gives you the beauty of the wood. And this will give me a flat surface. So now I can cut this very irregular surface away and also remove a crack here. Persimmons, hundreds of years old, yield a hard, dense, and colorful wood that is of value for wood turning and other uses, such as making wood clubs for golfers. For more information on my books, blogs, and other projects, go to www.hoviasmith.com. To discover more about my new business book, go to createyourownjobsecurity.com. For my novel, screenplay, and movie project, go to fatherthegrooms.net. An audio version of the novel is available under the title of Until Death Do You Part from listenupaudiobooks.com. Hunt what you eat and eat what you hunt. Good hunting and good eating from the outdoors. Goodbye and God bless.